Yes, to have taxes as low as possible, and we brought taxation down. Yes, to provide an environment where people want to come and set up businesses and do well and create jobs, of course. But also a Labour government that says we will support you when you're in difficulty. If you lose your job, we will provide you with support to get a new skill. If you leave school or college as a young person, you can't find a job, we will pay you the minimum wage and help you to get a job. If you are in need of good health care, we will provide you with health care rather than you having to pay for it yourself. If you want to get a university degree and you want to do well at school, we will invest in your education to help you, not leave you on your own. So that is the very big choice that we have before us. And internationally, I think as well, we need a strong Labour government. Gordon Brown he may not smile enough on television, but we don't want somebody who smiles on television.
In our few seconds,
we want somebody who gets out there and talks to President Obama and talks to the presidents of the world and says, Britain counts, Britain has the answers to the financial crisis, and he led the world to save the banking system and put in place the policies that has made the recovery which we're now seeing across the world and especially in Britain now possible. So that is the final point I want to say this evening before we discuss things more informally. We've just begun to see the economic recovery after a very tough time in the banking crisis. It started. People are telling me that they're starting to invest a bit more, they're starting to see a brighter future. It's still going to be tough. You can't escape from what has been the worst crisis for 80 years, going back to the 1930s. You cannot escape from this crisis easily. But the question is, will we keep the recovery going by government continuing to invest, or will that all collapse and we go into what is called a double-dip recession? And I fear if the Conservatives get in, we will see a double-dip recession as they cut support from underneath the economy and it goes back into recession. And that would be terrible for all the businesses and all the people needing jobs, as well as for the vital public services. So in thanking you again for coming this evening, and we are funded by Lord Ashcroft in the Labour Party. He is supplying millions and millions of money from Belize. We are having to rely on the people and the businesses and the trade unions that have always supported the Labour Party. We may not have one rich sugar daddy who got a peerage under false pretenses with a lie. We are reliant on the people and those who make their way and create the wealth right throughout our society. And that is something that I will always value, and always the values the support of your community. And I thank you again in coming this evening, and I look forward to a very enjoyable evening. But before I sit down, I just want to mention two other things. First of all, we have a candidate for Sudbury, a Labour candidate for Sudbury here this evening, and we wish you all the best. And then we have our 5 pledges on our pledge card. This one is in Wales, and so it's got Welsh on the back and English on the front. I won't read the Welsh to you because I don't think you'd understand that, but the pledges are very clear. Secure the recovery, raise family living standards, build a high-tech economy, protect frontline services, strengthen fairness in communities, a future fair for all. That is our pledge. Our policies are much more detailed, of course, but those are our top lines. And we look forward to your support in beating the Conservatives at the next election, in protecting all our communities, and in saving Britain from the nightmare of a Conservative government. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you, Peter. I think I must share one true story with you, Peter and my friends.
You mean the others are untrue?
This is particularly what we call a good story, because I had a call from my son from the university, and he said to me, Dad, I have a problem. And I said, listen, recession. Because remember the session, I thought he was going to ask me for more money. He said, no, Dad, it's nothing to do with the money. I'll tell you what it is. David Cameron is coming to our university. and I am a part of the debating society. In fact, I'm treasurer and he wants to see me. And I'm a Labour Party member. There are not many Labour Party members in that group, and I don't know what to do. I said, listen, I have a solution. I said, don't cancel the meeting, go and see him. And he said, okay. So I said, I'm going to send you something through internet, email. So I sent him a few notes. I said, when you see him, tell him straight, on his face, no thank you Mr. Cannon, we are quite happy with Mr. Gordon Brown. Advocating saving when there is a bad recession is a death plea for a deeper recession, and it goes on and on and on. The reason I mentioned to you that you see, you with Peter, what you see, what you get, and exactly the same thing with Gordon Brown. You heard Peter what he said, that this is the man who has been recognized by G8 and G20. This is the man who has been recognized by the the whole world who are linked with the finance. That Gordon is the best man who is getting us out of recession. And also look at our economy and look at Germany and France and other countries. We have not really gone to that deeper depression because of the remedies and Peter's government and his government, what they have done for this country. I want to say last time, they are both of them, Gordon and Peter, they are decent, honest, down-to-earth politicians. We have seen the scandal of, the expensive scandal and so on and so forth. We have seen politicians cheating their own voters. These two people are very good, and I have seen them very closely, honest, decent, and that's why they are going to win the next election, because of their honesty and because of their hard work and because they mean what they say and they do what they mean. So that's why we have a picture of that way, and that's why I advocate everywhere, wherever I go, just like Peter, that Gordon is the best leader and he is the best Prime Minister. We should support him because he is going to get us out of recession and he is going to get us into, or rather he is going to stay in number 10 as a Prime Minister for us, and he is going to do a lot of things for the